my music. I have another channel called Awkward Confidence where I post music, and my music is also available on Spotify. It would mean the absolute world to me if you guys could check that out. And if you want a personal reading, all the details are in the description and in the comment section down below. And feel free to follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. I'm pretty lit, not gonna lie. And yeah, just a preference here. This may or may not resonate. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I try to focus a general reading, but if love pops up, love pops up, right? So with that being said, let's get started with the reading. So what's the current energy for Pisces? What's going on with Pisces? Okay, we have maybe. I keep hearing, I'm scared. You really know how to make me smile when you give me those ocean eyes. I feel like you're going to attract a soulmate. I don't know why. Okay, that was a random message. I feel like they're going to be in love with your eyes. There's something about your eyes, maybe the shape, maybe the color. There's something magnetic, something beautiful about your eyes, those Piscean eyes. And I actually know this to be true because every Pisces I know has really beautiful eyes. And it's not even about the color. It's just more like there's something dreamy about them. Okay, we have opportunity, we have FWB, we have root chakra, we have I miss you. I think the opportunity was in reverse, by the way. Sorry. We have a job and the finances. Really know how to make me cry when you give me those ocean eyes. I feel like you guys are attracting opportunities in career, but it may be a bit delayed, hence why it came up in reverse. And this is clarifying the jobs and finances. I feel like some of you may want to further your credentials. You may want to take a certain course, or you may want to elevate in your career, especially if it's creative. It doesn't have to be creative. Some of you are thinking of doing a creative endeavor. Spirit is saying you should do it, but you have to be consistent. And if you're not consistent, you're going to lose interest quickly because the opportunity is coming, but it's delayed. So I feel like you tend to procrastinate or may want to start great ideas, but then you fall back on your ideas because you start to think maybe I'm not good enough, maybe my content isn't amazing, maybe people are not going to like the shit that I want to do. But don't let those negative thoughts seep into your mind, okay? So I feel like the longer you delay it, it's going to be even more delayed to attract that opportunity. So I would just say go ahead and start something, right? We have root chakra and maybe. There's just so much doubt. I feel like you guys want to go for something, whether it be love, career, whatever, but you just have so much doubt in your heart, and that is what is preventing you from taking the extra step. I also feel like some of you are missing a sneaky link. Like some of you were not really committed to, could even be a friend, but some of you were not really committed to, but you still had feelings for. I feel like either you're missing this person or that person is missing you, or vice versa. It never really got off the ground, but you are attracting a soulmate because we do have this at the bottom of the deck. Okay, but in terms of your dreams, your goals, your aspiration, I highly encourage you to go for it, but stay consistent and stay positive about where you're headed to go. Don't listen to the insecurities in your head. Okay, what's going on for Pisces in the month of September? Oh, that's so many cards. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. I'm hearing, tell me what's your motive? What's your motive? I feel like you're attracting lovers, but you may suspect that, some of them just want a good time with you and you're sick and tired of attracting player energies and people who are not really serious about you. Pisceans are a really spiritual sign, a very creative, endeavored sign. So I usually get music messages a lot for you guys. We have the Queen of Swords reversed. We have the Three of Swords reversed. And we have the Two of Cups reversed. We have the Hermit card. We have the Ten of Swords, sorry. And we have the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. I'm getting, some of you guys are coming off as very scorned in love. Like, not necessarily scorned, but it's just like you do want love. But every time you try to welcome it into your life, you may be manifesting from a place of, forgive me, but desperation, whereby you're like, I'm tired of being on my own. I actually want love. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's not what makes you desperate. But it's like you guys may tend to over fantasize and daydream what you want from a person or a connection. Like you may tend to over romanticize things that are not always romantic, or if you're thinking about a particular person, it's like you plan a script in your head and you want that person to follow the script, right? And it just doesn't always work out that way, Pisces. And I feel like you're just sick and tired of it. It's just like you want love, but it's not working out. So you're just kind of like in the zone of like, well, then fuck it then, you know? Like if it's not working out, then I have no choice but to just focus on myself, I guess. Like that's the kind of energy I'm getting. And whenever people do come towards you, you have high hopes. Like you get really excited, you get giddy, and then they end up disappointing you because we do have the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Swords. So I feel like you are now shutting anything down that is inconsistent and that leaves you feeling like your love is not really reciprocated. I feel like you're careful not to turn into a scorned person, because you do have the Hermit card, which is an introverted card. You're just keeping to yourself, but then it's clarifying the Queen of Swords reverse. So Queen of Swords reverse is someone who's very like, she's been really hurt in love, so now she's become a bitch. Well, upright, she's a very logical person. She may come off as cutthroat and blunt and just truthful, but at least she's fair, you know. But in reverse, she's like a bitch. She's like being mean to people who are wasting her time. She's like, listen, you're breaking my heart, so fuck you. Like you're not holding back anymore. It's like you're turning into your like dark feminine mode. So just be wary of this, you know. Like I understand some people ain't shit. And some people do waste your time, so you just feel like, I'm sick and tired of being the nice person here. Like every single time I try and give people a chance, they give me a reason why I shouldn't. So some of you are trying to go inward. I feel like you guys are very open to change. So you guys are a mutable sign. So it's like you start to wonder, is it me? Like, am I the problem? Am I the drama? Like, why am I attracting such people? But I don't want you guys to blame yourself. It's got nothing to do with you. Of course, there are things you may need to heal within yourself, but it's never your fault that someone wants to be inconsistent and an asshole towards you, right? So you start to think, why am I attracting such people? I don't think it's in a case of you're attracting bad people. I feel like you're a magnetic person. You attract everybody. You're very healing energy. So you attract often broken people, but that doesn't mean that you can't attract healed people, whole people, right? We attract people in our lives sometimes for lessons that we need to learn for our own growth and self-development. So I feel like there's a lesson here that you need to be learning about yourself rather than the relationship itself. So you may be looking for love and wanting to settle down, but maybe there's more soul recognition growth that you need to do before you get to that point, right? I feel like some of you are now going inward and thinking, okay, what do I need to do that's different? And I think it's just raising your standards and investing in yourself and loving yourself more. It's something as simple as that. I feel like you've been through situations that left your heart broken, but you're not over them. It's like you still desire love, but it's just like, even if the relationship has fallen out or the connection is falling out, you're not necessarily over the heartbreak, but you're just saying it is what it is. Like, what can I do? That's the kind of attitude I'm getting. It's just like, what can I do? It is what it is. You're trying your best to get over it. It still hurts to know that, like, why are people wasting my time? So you're kind of like, meh, it hurts, but it is what it is. I feel like you guys are trying to find new things to do and new things to pour into if love is not working out for you, which is the best way to go. I feel like sometimes you may feel misunderstood and feel lonely, and you just want to communicate with someone. You just want to be logical and just express yourself, and you're being encouraged to do so. But I'm hearing creatively though. Like, I'm not getting like you need to vent and pour out emotions to someone. I'm getting that you need to invest in something like a hobby that's going to be beneficial for finances, like monetary gain. So I do feel like there is, like, if you write music, you're being encouraged to write, or poetry or something artistic. You're being encouraged to pour into that, or invest in yourself, and do something productive that makes you feel alive, that gets in touch with your inner child. That's what I'm getting, because at the bottom of the deck we do have the Sun card, which is all about innocence, happiness, bliss. So inner child, I feel like you're being encouraged to do something creative and keep your mind off what's going on, because the more you invest in yourself, the more you're going to attract better people, and you're going to be able to follow your intuition better, and you're going to know who's dodgy and who isn't, and you're going to spot them from a distance with detachment. I feel like in the past you may have been very attached to people, but now you're like getting to this point where you're no longer like attaching yourself to people, but you may have felt a bit scorned. Okay, what does Pisces need to know for September? The Hierophant, the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Star card, the Four of Wands, and the Strength card. I'm getting you have admirers. You have people who look at you as wifey material or husband material. You have people who really see the best in you, but I feel like you're going to be very selective with your time and energy. It's like you don't want just anyone. I'm hearing, I don't want no scrub. A scrub isn't gonna get no love from me. Don't know the words trying to holler at me. I feel like you have admirers who really look up to you. They see you in the star card element. Some of you don't actually realize how beautiful you are. That's a random message. Some of you guys don't realize how gorgeous you are, how amazing you are, how beautiful you truly are. Like, you're very attractive. And I feel like you have people in their feels about you. So many people want to be in your light. Some people just really find you very attractive, Pisces. And I feel like some of you are just so humble. Like, you don't know this. Some of you have heavy earth in your chart, but it's like you don't realize how attractive you really are. I feel like you dim it down and you hide it. And I feel like everyone wants a piece of you, but you're very selective with who you give your time to. And I feel like you guys have your money in check and you don't want anyone who doesn't have their money in check. Okay? I feel like you may feel like, oh, why is it so hard to find someone? But you guys are very intelligent because you don't just settle for just anyone. You may fall in love easily and quickly, but you don't make it to the finish line of marriage easily. It's like you want high level commitment with the right person. I feel like at the moment you're just committed to yourself, you know? We have the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like someone wants to take care of you, but you're taking care of yourself. You're loving up on yourself. You're being stable on yourself. But you're attracting suitors who want commitment, but I'm also people are respecting you. I think some people are not approaching you because they have so much high level respect for you. Some of you could be religious, or you could follow religion, and you may feel like, you know, that religion dictates like how you go about in your love life, and people see that and they get a bit scared and they feel like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be with Pisces, I'm not holy enough, or I don't have Pisces religion, or I'm just not good enough for Pisces. Pisces is so pretty, you know. So I feel like that is what's stopping people from approaching. But I also feel like you guys dim yourself down a lot. Like, you may not post as often, you may not put yourself out there, you may be trying to, but I feel like there's still an element of fear. But I feel like people do want to pursue a relationship with you, but you have high standards, which is really good, because we do have the Four of Wands, where this is like stability, and but it's just like you're very guarded towards a relationship with anyone who isn't meeting your standard. It's like you want love, but it's like you have high requirements, and this is not a bad thing, because this is actually what protects you from people wasting your time and people who are not really suited for you. Okay, we have the Strength card at the bottom of the deck, so I feel like you're just holding yourself back. You're trying your best to be strong. I feel like you guys deserve love the most. I feel like you've always had to watch other people get what they want in love. You've been happy for other people, so I feel like now you want your turn, but it's kind of like you're waiting for the right moment, but you're being very selective, and it may be frustrating at times. You may become detached from people at times, but I feel like it's coming from a place of hurt, but you're actually being protected. I feel like rejection is protection, right? Can I have a 10 card Celtic cross spread for my Pisceans? We have the Death card, and we have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles. I feel like a side message is you guys want love, but it's like, oh shit, wow. Was that a sign? I don't know what that meant. You guys want love, but it's like you guys also subconsciously push it away. I feel like you guys are like, what am I doing wrong? I want love. Why is it not here? But you don't actually realize that you subconsciously don't put yourself out there. You have an energy where people get this energy about you where you're too shy, you're too reserved, you're very defensive, you're very introverted, like you don't really put yourself out there fully. So then people get the impression that they can't really read you, or maybe you're too much of a goody and, you know, holier than thou, and they feel like they don't want to ruin your mindset, so they kind of hold back. But then people just don't know you. It's just like they need to take the time to get to know you, because you have multiple sides to you and you're a mutable sign, so you're very adaptable as well. But people don't know that about you. I feel like you may be defensive towards other people, but you're not trying to be. But that's how people are reading you, right? We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Page of Cups. We want, okay, I said we want the Emperor. Yeah, exactly. We have the Emperor. We have the Tower card. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Six of Wands. And at the outcome, we have the Five of Cups, but we also have the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So you know what this tells me? I feel like at the moment you're going through your own transition with the Death card and the Three of Pentacles. You're going through your own transition. You're going through your own change in regards to career. You could be starting a new project. You could be starting a new course. But you are changing things about yourself. I'm hearing refined. I feel like you are learning new crafts and you're putting investments into yourself and you're trying to improve and change so that's going to help you in the long run. You're trying to make connections, put yourself out there, get to know new people as well. But you're going through a big ego death. You're going through some big major change and shift in your life right now. And I feel like the obstacle here is you're coming off as very defensive, very untrusting, like you're not being as open. You may think, what am I doing wrong? I am being open. I am being friendly. I'm putting myself out there. This is a side note. If you're someone who has friends, but you don't have many friends, and most of your friends are busy, you may feel lonely. You may feel like, oh, my friends are busy and I don't have time for them, or they don't have time for me. But you're being asked, like, you can make new friends. You can have multiple friends. You know, it doesn't mean you have to let go of the ones you have, but, you know, if they're busy, they're busy. You can make new friends elsewhere. You can connect with new people elsewhere, right? So, yeah, like, you may be a bit shy. It's like you don't want to start again. It kind of reminds me of like someone who's a virgin and they lose their virginity to that first person. They become clingy to that first person and then the relationship ends. But then it's like they're so stuck on that first person because they have like lost their virginity to them. But what they don't realize is there are billions of other people on this earth that they could go towards who will love them and care for them. And you don't need to feel shame because that is your only experience, right? It reminds me of that. I'm not saying that that's you guys' situation, but it's the same principles behind it. You don't need to stick to a few friends or a few things that you're so familiar with because it's in your comfort zone. You're being asked to go outside of your comfort zone, but the obstacle is you don't want to. It's like you want to stick with what you already know because it's a bit scary to put yourself out there and try something new, right? Even though you're a mutable sign. Okay, in the past you've been so stable, you've been on your own, you've had to do things on your own, you've had to be very independent, and you have your money up. I feel like you secretly want people to confess. You really want to have a crush on someone. You want someone to crush on you. You want someone to make a confession. But it's like, how's anyone going to do that if you're keeping yourself to yourself? Make it make sense, Pisces. If you're keeping to yourself and you're not putting yourself out, how's your soulmate coming in? You got to put yourself out there. People have to know you exist, right? So I feel like you're just hoping that someone can just start the get the ball rolling, right? The Emperor card is what you want. You want a big daddy energy. I'm hearing, I want a big boy. I want a big boy. I want a big boy. It's cuffing season. I can't sing for shit, but I'm trying, right? You want daddy energy. You want someone who's stable, loyal, who provides, who can protect, take care of you in the most sweet traditional way, not in a misogynistic way. And it's just like you don't want to settle for less. And good for you, Pisces. I agree with that. But what's to come is a major shift. The Tower card. I feel like so much is happening in your life. You're going to go through big Tower moments, which is just alignments. And it may feel like it's getting worse before it's getting better, but everything is not happening to you, babe. It's happening for you. So I feel like it will make more sense when you've come out of it. I'm hearing no air. Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air. I can't live, can't breathe with no air. It's how I feel whenever you ain't there. So this is codependency issues. Make sure you're not being codependent on whoever, like, you know, does the bare minimum for you, okay? I feel like you need to put yourself out there and mingle and not get too attached, but really pay attention to someone's character and integrity, not just their bank account, right? The good thing is you're taking a break, you're taking a rest. The good thing is you guys are not desperate. It's like you want love, but you're not desperate. It's like, ugh, I want to get cuffed, but it is what it is. I haven't found the person. What can I do? You guys are just learning to surrender and just, you know, take every day, day by day. I feel like you guys are in rest and recuperation. You're taking your distance. I feel like you're no longer getting offended by people who don't have time or people who are not investing into you. You're like, oh, it is what it is. I need to reflect. I need to know what I need to do with myself. I feel like you guys learn through your surroundings. You learn when you look at other people. You think, okay, they're doing this with their life. I feel inspired to do this. I need to take initiative in my life now, you know, which is really good, Pisces. You're being seen as the Wheel of Fortune. I'm hearing, wow, so-and-so got lucky getting with a Pisces. So I feel like people see you as hitting the jackpot. People know your worth. You may feel like, oh, if people know my damn worth, why is it so hard to find love? People know your worth, but some people are just not deserving of you. Some people are not ready for you. They're not deserving of you. They're not even on the same frequency as you. They're not even on your level. And that is why they feel intimidated and they can't pursue anything more. Even if you're like, no, but yeah, I don't judge people like that. I feel like this is God's way of protecting you, Pisces. So don't really fight it. Just go and flow, right? I feel like what you need to know is you're going to be getting a lot of attention. I feel like for your looks, you're very beautiful. I feel like you don't get told this enough. You know you still got it, but you kind of like may hide it. Okay, this could have been due to upbringing, religious beliefs. Maybe if you're a church girl, you know, but you're getting a lot of attention and acknowledgement for your beauty and also success. I do feel like the outcome here is not that you're going to be disappointed, but I feel like it's more of like you're focusing on what's not going right in your life. You could be, you know, a bit of a worry wart where you focus on the negatives and focus on what is not working out for you. Some of you may have this toxic habit of comparing your life to other people when you look at social media. Maybe your friends are getting married and you're just wondering when is it going to be you. But you're turning your back to a great opportunity in love. I feel like a soulmate does want to come into your life, but you're so focused on, you know, a set list for what you want and how it didn't work out with other people and how love is just not working out. But you don't realize that love is coming in. It's just taking time. We have different time frames for when we're supposed to settle down. So stay positive. Don't be speaking words like, I'll never find love. It's so hard to find love. Fuck love. You know, I feel like you're just focusing on what is going wrong instead of focusing on what is coming in, because this is the bottom of the deck. A relationship with a soulmate is coming in, like I said in the bottom, sorry, in the beginning of the reading, but you just are not paying attention to it, okay? So let's get some advice for you, Pisces. What advice do you have for Pisces? Wow, okay, we have loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Some of you could be thinking very negative. You could be losing hope. Some of you could be doing drugs, alcoholism, just for some of you, because I know a few Pisces that are into that. It's escapism, and, you know, that is rooted in Piscean energy. So some of you may be trying to escape your reality by using other ways, even sex. So careful that you're not doing that. If that doesn't apply to you, ignore that message, right? We have Earth, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Yeah, this is all about detachment. It's like you're having a human experience and you're learning about, you know, like what is working and what isn't working. So don't be so caught up in, you know, what is working, what isn't working. Like, just feel like, you know what did I take from this? What did I learn from this? How did I grow and how did I evolve? Okay, it is what it is. Let me move forward, right? That's what I'm getting. We have star family. You're part of a team of souls called in for support. Yeah, I feel like you need to get in touch with God, get in touch with your angels, your ancestors, your friends. Like, you can rely on people for support. Seek some advice for some support. You know, support is always going to be available. So don't really think of yourself like, oh, no one knows what I'm going through. Because you'd be surprised at how many people can resonate with what you're going through, right? We have trust the timing, trust the wave you came on. Time is not running out. I feel like some of you worry about, will I ever have children? Will I ever get married? Things happen for people at different times, babe. Just look at Kourtney Kardashian. She has got married for the first time in her life at age 42. And that is to a soulmate, someone who she's really happy with, someone who, you know, exceeds all the bar standards for everything she's ever been with before. Your time will come, okay? Your time will come, and she's pregnant. Don't think time is running out. Okay, some of you are tired because I'm yawning, right? We have breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. This is all about manifestation, or you having control over your life. You don't need to wait for things to happen for you. Like, you can't just listen to a fucking subliminal and be like, okay, now my love is just going to knock at my door even though I don't leave the house and I don't have social media. It doesn't work that way, babe. You gotta put yourself out there. You gotta have the urge. If your intuition is telling you to go out, even if it's on your own, enjoy a meal on your own, order some food on your own, so be it. Do that. You know, you don't always have to do something with people, you know? What advice do you have for Pisces? We have in the near future, we have not the right time, and take action. I think this is all to do with your love. You may be thinking, when is love happening? And it's just not the right time. But it will be the right time in the near future. But you must take action. You can't just sit at home and do nothing, or not go on social media, or just not put yourself out there. Like, you gotta also be inviting energy. You gotta also be open, but also very open, but in a way that's like you can still spot red flags and dip when you need to. But you just need to be in the vibration of just being open to opportunities. You could even type in the comment section down below, I welcome all opportunities, right? At the bottom of the deck, we have a yes. So this is a confirmation of whatever you had been thinking of in your mind. It's a yes. In your heart, it's a yes, okay? Well, it's just, maybe it's just a confirmation of what I've just said. You guys got to be assertive. You got to just put yourself out there more. So if you're introverted, you know, it's okay to tap into your extroverted energy here and there when you need to. What advice do you have for Pisces? We have decorate. Ooh, I feel like this is more about like your looks, your aesthetic. Some of you are changing your looks and aesthetic. This is like putting more self-love into yourself and trying new outfits and just doing what makes you feel good. We have be patient. Yep. You can't just be manifesting love and be like, why is it not here tomorrow? Like, it takes time. And we have turn back. I feel like this is more like self reflection, because the woman is scratching her head thinking, what am I doing wrong? So I feel like there is time to reflect on what you actually want. Some of you may just want to get married and you don't really care who to. Some of you just want something, but you don't actually, you need to be more detailed. So if you are into scripting manifestation, you need to be more detailed about what you want specifically, because I remember saying to myself, I want someone who's empathetic, compassionate, creative, loving, caring, someone who will accept me for me. I want someone like this. And then I've manifested many people like that in my lifetime. But the problem is they were lacking in money. They were not ambitious. There were people who were just holding me back. And then I realized, okay, maybe I need to be more specific. There are people who I'm going to keep it real with you guys, I didn't find attractive. So it's just like, I liked your qualities, but that's about it. I took some time to get to know them thinking the love would just flow, and it just didn't. So it's like, sometimes you like the qualities, but then you need to be a bit more specific about what you truly want. Not just, I want to get married. You've got to be specific. I can't just be like, I want a rich man. That rich man can marry you tomorrow, and then what if he's cheating on you with 3 other women? You need to be specific. I want a rich, loyal man who's going to be like this, who's like really write the details in, right? We have dare to be happy. Yeah, you guys should not be fixated or comparing yourself to other life. You should be focusing on what is actually making you happy in the present moment, not about your future, right? What love advice do we have for Pisces? We have, getting to know each other. Okay, so you will be getting to know someone soon. Careful to not be codependent on this person. And we have deception. So someone could be hiding feelings, or maybe you could be lying to yourself and thinking, is that truly what I want? Or am I just forcing myself? But it is safe for you to love. Okay, but this will only make sense when the person comes in. Before this person comes in, you may be like, okay, how does this advice apply to me? But it will make sense when it does. Come back to this reading, right? I hope that resonates. If it doesn't, then I guess it is what it is. And take care. Bye.